Hi everyone, good morning and welcome back to my cozy lifestyle. Today I'm doing a full meal prep day so the rest of my week feels lighter in the kitchen. I have set chickpea and white chana to boil in the pressure cooker. These are such a staple in our home. Once they are cooked, I can use them in curries, salads, or just a quick stir fried whenever needed. Getting this done first thing saves me so much time later. While that cooks, I wash all the vegetables and leave them to dry on a towel. This little step feels so satisfying. Fresh, clean veggies are ready to chop and store. Next, I'm peeling garlic and chopping a good amount of onions and tomatoes. This might look like a lot, but it's going to become the all-purpose gravy I'll be using through the week. On busy mornings, it's such a relief to have this ready instead of starting everything from scratch. I just take out some gravy and the vegetables of my choice, and the sabji is done in no time. It takes a little extra effort here, but the chopping, peeling, and cooking I'm doing now will save me so much time on the days when I'm juggling several things at once. Having a big batch ready always makes weekday cooking more relaxed. Here are all the ingredients together: chopped onions, tomatoes, cashews, garlic, ginger, green chili, and the whole spices. With just these, we'll create a versatile, rich base. This gravy is so versatile, you can use it for kofta curry, kadhai paneer, even chole, and many more dishes. It saves so much time during the week because with this base ready, half the work is already done. You can keep it in the fridge up to a week, and if you make a larger batch, it stores well in the freezer for 15 to 20 days. For this, I have added mustard oil in the kadhai, then zira, dhania, and the whole spices. Garlic, ginger, and green chili go in next, and I saute them until golden and fragrant. Then I add the onions, mix well, and let them turn light pink before adding the tomatoes and soaked cashews. Everything cooks slowly under the lid so the flavors blend beautifully. And if you are wondering how I'll be using all this prep, stay tuned. My next video will be a continuation of this series where I'll show you the recipes I actually make throughout the week using today's prep. While the gravy is cooking on one side, I move on to prepping lauki. I have peeled two of them and now I'm grating. Lauki is one of those vegetables that's so humble but can be used in so many delicious ways. I am dividing it into two parts. The first half goes into a pan with just a little water. I bring it to one boil, then strain it. This makes it ready for lauki raita. It's such a simple dish, but when paired with pranthas or even with a regular meal, it feels so cooling and comforting. The other half of the grated lauki is for making koftas. First, I squeeze out all the extra water by wrapping it in a muslin cloth. This step is so important, otherwise the mixture becomes too soft. To this, I add grated onion, one grated potato, a little chopped green chili, and some crumbled paneer for extra richness. Then go the spices: turmeric powder, red chili powder, zira, dhania, and some salt. To bring it all together, I add 3 tablespoons of besan and mix everything well with my hands. Once the mixture is ready, I start shaping them into small balls. These will later be deep fried and added into a curry, but preparing them now saves so much effort during the week. Coming back to the gravy, I give it a quick stir and add turmeric powder and red chili powder. Now I'll cover it again and let it cook for about 10 more minutes so all the flavors blend in nicely. After that, I'll leave it to cool down before grinding. Now that the mixture has cooled down, I transfer it into a mixer jar and grind it into a smooth paste. To get that restaurant style silky texture, I pass it through a sieve before cooking it again. In the kadhai, I add a little oil and a pinch of Kashmiri red chili powder, then pour the strained gravy back in. I'll cover it and let it cook gently until the oil separates on the top. That's when you know it's done. This all-purpose gravy is now ready to be stored, and it will make weekday cooking so much easier. Now I'm frying the lauki of the balls until they turn golden and crisp. These will be stored as it is, and whenever I need them, I can just warm them up and add to the gravy we made earlier for a quick lauki kofta curry. Now moving on to some veggie prep, I am peeling this pumpkin and chopping it into small cubes. Pumpkin is one of those vegetables that's so versatile. You can turn it into a sabji, a soup, or even add it to dal. Having it prepared and ready in the fridge makes it so much easier during week mornings. Along with that, I'm also chopping some beans. I like to keep them ready in advance too. Here I am making some healthy moong dal tikkis. Into a mixer jar goes sprouted moong dal, a green chili, garlic cloves and some ginger. Once it's blended smooth, I transfer it to a bowl and add a little besan to bind everything together. Then go in some simple spices, turmeric and red chili powder, mix it all really well and shape them into small tikkis. I'm placing them on a parchment lined container so they don't stick together. These go straight into the freezer and are ready whenever needed. Later on, I can just shallow fry them or air fry and they turn out so crispy and nutritious. Perfect for evening snacks or even for tiffins. Now I'm preparing some soya aloo tikkis. First, I have soaked soya granules and now I'm squeezing out all the extra water using a muslin cloth. Once that's done, into a bowl goes one grated potato and I add the squeezed soya to it. Then a few spices, turmeric, red chili powder and some cumin. For binding, I'm adding a little besan and then mixing everything really well. Once it's all come together, I start shaping small tikkis. These will be stored in a container and kept in freezer. Whenever I need a quick snack or a side for meals, I can just shallow fry or air fry them. This way, something healthy and homemade is always ready in minutes without much effort. You can even use them in wraps or sandwiches. Now let's make my homemade tandoori mayonnaise. Into the jar I am adding garlic, soaked dry red chili, soaked cashew, paneer, hung curd, milk and grated cheese and salt. All of this gets blended into a creamy base. Once smooth, I mix in olive oil, oregano and chili flakes. And that's it, our mayo is ready. I love making this at home because it's fresh, preservative free and so versatile. You can spread it in wraps, sandwiches, burgers or simply use it as a dip with snacks. I usually store it in the fridge and it keeps well for about a week. And that's the prep for today. Gravies, veggies, tikkis and spreads all neatly ready on the counter. These little steps make everyday cooking so much easier. If you have been enjoying this video till now, don't forget to subscribe to my cozy lifestyle. Give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. And tell me which one would you try first at home? The gravy, the tikkis or the mayo? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep smiling and bye bye.